Brunch with the boys, we the hottest. Brunch with the boys, we the hottest.
What's going on? It's your boy King Daz here. Another episode of Brunch with the motherfucking boys. I'm so happy to be here this evening. How we doing, fellas?
Jesus, you already know what I am.
I feel like he's lying, talking about he happy right now. But this is Mr. Jen out here.
Yeah, we got a special guest tonight that I want us to absolutely get to.
Know who she
but
is,
why you got on the running shorts?
No, they some basketball shorts.
Mid-thigh?
Yeah, they short. My son told me, he said, Dad, your shorts been too long.
Yeah,
so
you still rocking them 98s?
Yeah, I was rocking like larges, and I'm not really a large nigga, so I went down.
What you about? You a medium guy?
Typically, yes.
No, you said it.
No,
I was just asking.
Yes, but these shorts are small. That's what I was embarrassed about, not the word medium.
Yeah, no, of course not.
The important parts.
We know. Go ahead and tell us.
Medium,
Yeah, we know.
So, exactly.
We know, Playboy. Can we get to our guest tonight, though?
Of course, man. We got Posh from the Posh Sessions
Ow.
podcast. She is a reoccurring event in the Brunch with the Boys.
Not a whole event.
Yeah, She
situation.
is the whole thing. She is everything. And I'm happy to have her because that's when you know the episode going to be lit every time.
Indeed.
So thank you, Posh.
It's hard to get her to agree with us.
Thank you for having me.
Look at you.
I told, just real quick, early in the week, I had sent Posh a DM, and I told him girls like her is stressful.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pressure.
Don't you
Stressful.
think?
No, I said stressful. I could have chose pressure, but I said
No,
stressful.
he said stressful, and I was like, I'm a fucking angel.
Yeah, well, horns
No
and
one
a good
really
vibe.
believes that here, but yes, we'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
You'll come home. You know what I'm saying? But you talking about making no stops all the way home. But I just need to get some gas. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow.
That's funny. That's funny. What we getting into tonight, though?
But I want to talk about circling the block. Excuse me.
I circle the box too. She want me to.
Do you? Okay. Yeah, look around. Okay, got it.
Circle the box.
No,
Okay.
But with Nelly and Ashanti getting back together, I thought this was a perfect topic because Nelly was engaged for 7 years to his last
They
show.
just got back together?
Yeah, man.
Is she already pregnant with his baby?
I don't know that, and I don't think that's been confirmed. So we don't want to start, spreading any potential truths here. But what I found to be crazy is that how quickly he got back in it, and now this nigga looks so happy.
Oh yeah,
and it just makes me wonder: is
static.
circling the block always a bad thing? Most times it comes off as, hey, they messed up, I'm not giving them another opportunity. Most women are really strict about that. Most men, we're kind of open to it if it's just pussy. But you know what I mean? When it comes about another relationship with someone we broke up with, we usually broke up for a good reason. So how do you all feel about circling the block? Posh.
Man, why do I gotta start?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We
know what that answer gonna be.
You know what? But I just feel like with guys typically don't spin the block unless you guys were the ones that fucked up. Because if it was a female that messed up, you guys are not spinning the block.
Most times, I have attempted to spin the block after she cheated on me. Pussy was amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was that
yeah.
but you had to go get
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she had a baby on me, nigga. And I went back.
Oh,
and I went back and tried to get that.
Yeah.
But like, would you have taken her serious, or would have been like, I just
in my heart when I tried to get back, I intended to, but when she wouldn't kill the baby, then I just
yeah.
I know this sounds bad.
Yo, tough work right there, man.
Yeah, I know it went dark, and y'all could judge me if you want to in the comments. I don't give a fuck. I was young, nigga. What you ever known a 19-year-old nigga like? Oh, sorry. Signing up to try to get somebody pregnant. Like,
why you doing like that? Because he kept it. You mad at him?
Yeah, I did keep
it.
Right. He's probably listening now. Hey, buddy.
Hey, So I have actually, but I would have never done it. I would never do it again. And I
know why you did it though.
Yeah, I did low key probably want some revenge. That probably had something to do with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't
she was
see
built right.
something like that really going.
I think
long term.
I think circling the block sometimes, if you like, for example, if you dated this person when you were younger, and young people do young shit, and we're foolish and we're not mature, and we haven't grown up yet. So if you circle the block later on in life with someone that is what was one of those past younger flings,
Like that one. Like, you ever had that one that just got away?
No.
No.
Really?
I think in Posh's case, she's more the one that got away. It's 12 niggas, like, boy, the one that got away. You know what I mean? I think that's more the case.
They got a group chat?
Yeah.
Not
They meet on Wednesdays.
Yeah, it's a support group.
Yeah,
Stand
man.
it. What?
What about you, D? You got you. If you look back, do you feel like you have that one that, man, it could have went differently? You would have chose her.
Boy.
Yeah. It's okay to say it. You made the decisions you made, you know.
Boy, you really used that info against me, didn't you?
Yeah, man.
You know what? I'm happy with all my choices in life.
Currently.
You know, I think God put us in a certain place for a reason. Yeah. I say this. I think knowing who I've grown into, there's absolutely people that I would have invested more time in and possibly have something different than the decisions I made.
Would you say in hindsight, knowing the man you've become, and now thinking back to the personality of this chick versus the chick maybe you're dealing with now, you're like, man, her vibe was more conducive to a relationship long term, whereas this, I'm working harder to keep it going, whereas with that, it might have been so easy, you know? I mean, I know we're overanalyzing here, but if it's hard not to do that, you know?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, listen, because I don't think who you are at 20 or 25 is who you are at 35 or 40, right?
That's the point I
and
was
so
making,
there are people who, at the time, I was like, oh man, they square as shit, or like this or that and the other. Now I'm like, man, they square ass would be perfect right now. You know what I mean? Like mature, responsible.
Yes.
Those aren't qualities that I really respected when I was like 20. I'm like, is that ass fat? Them titties moving?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Will she drink?
Yeah. Because I don't trust no one that don't drink anyways. But I agree with you.
Me too, low key.
No, I don't.
I don't now.
Yeah,
I still don't.
If a chick
You don't
says
drink?
she doesn't drink,
Okay.
we probably won't.
I've had
last.
a chick say
You have a great life.
She was like, I don't drink. I'm high for life. I was like, get missing.
Keep
Get
that.
missing.
Damn.
So,
Red flags, huh?
but let me ask you a
They be
question.
judgy. They be low-key judgy.
They do. You like that second blunt? Oh, really? Another one?
Aren't you high already?
Right.
Ah, damn.
But Posh, going off of what D said on that tip, so let's say you had a dude that you were messing with. He had some flaws, but he circled back. You all broke up for some of his flaws. He circled back and he got his shit together. You know, he went and saw therapy. He got the bag now. You know, he had a lot of problems. You know, let's say he really reinvented himself. And he shows you this. It's not like because a lot of dudes talk.
That's how a lot of dudes get good women, though.
Yeah,
the ones they wanted in high school that were too bad.
Yeah,
like they just get their lives right and they circle back and they pull those.
So yeah, I'm saying so if he comes
That
at
hasn't
you,
happened for me yet. I don't know.
Okay, so
like, don't get me wrong.
hypothetically
Like,
then.
people spin the block.
Yeah,
It's just I don't. It depends how bored I am.
damn, that's real. That's real.
It depends
That's
how
real.
bored I am, but I can tell you that it's never going to be the same. I've never had somebody spin the block and me take them serious. It's more like, nah, I'm gonna get my lick back.
It
Let me ask you a
depends on
question.
him then, too.
Let me ask you a question now.
I'ma get my lick
Let me ask you a question. Is that because you feel like if they was really good, I would have never let them go, or because been there, done that, and it don't matter how much they've evolved, I'm not interested?
I just haven't had someone that has evolved, I guess.
Damn.
Like, I feel like for me, when I look back at my relationships, I left them, and when I left them, I was at peace with leaving them.
Most women.
There wasn't
Decisive.
like, I'm the type of person, and it sucks because I want to be the kind of person that notices early and just learns how to let go. But I'm not like that. I'm a long-term bitch, and I'm just like, I gotta see this through.
Yeah.
Right.
So it just really comes to a point where I've exhausted all measures. If I'm walking away, it's because
I got you.
I've exhausted
That's a lot of good women
myself.
too. That's a lot of
Yeah.
So at that point, I don't give a fuck what you got going.
Yeah.
You're dead. You're dead.
Yeah.
You're dead. I don't care what you. I don't care how much of a better person you are. You gave me PTSD, and I can't get over it.
Oh, that's what it is.
I guess that's fair.
I found
It's
that
walking
when
trauma
you-
right there.
When you taint a relationship and a vibe in any way, there's there's almost no way to get it back to the way it was. You know,
Yeah.
and I don't care what that looks like to you. Could you get back in it? Maybe you could hit. Maybe you could spend a little time, but there's no way to get it back as once you taint that relationship. Whether you ended it prematurely, you know what I mean? Obviously, infidelity, you know what I mean? Let's just throw that out altogether. But man,
Yeah, but
once you
even
mess up-
cheating, like sometimes cheating is not even a reason to fucking break up yet.
Okay, I want to. Can we talk about
Hey,
that?
listen.
Yeah, I mean-
let her cook.
I'm
Okay.
just saying.
I wanna hear it.
Let her
Sometimes
cook.
you know you gotta hear. You got not hear both sides. Don't come to me as a woman. Like, please, I'll beat you up for real. But sometimes you know.
Yeah,
the therapy in me.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, cheating is a symptom.
No
It doesn't
doubt.
make it right. And
No
I'm
doubt.
not saying to just let the nigga walk. Like, no,
Right,
put
right.
that nigga through some shit. Like, don't let him get away
Boy, don't
with
y'all
it.
ever.
Yeah.
And I don't care who you are. Like, I told you who I was in a relationship with for 7 years. That nigga cheated and it came to my doorstep.
Yeah.
It took him 11 months to get back. I don't care.
Yeah. Women
don't
are
care.
good at giving penance, and you know it's tough. You know, I've been on that end where you messed up, and you kind of got to get
Sometimes,
back
yeah,
in
you just
there.
got to give
It's
them
tough.
a hard time, but it's not enough to necessarily let the relationship go if everything else was, you know, copacetic or whatever. But like I said, like for me, it's like I've exhausted everything. Like I've done everything I possibly know how to do. So if I can walk away from it, like good luck trying to.
So that's what
convince
you
me
wait for.
otherwise.
You wait for the option of exhausting everything.
In the past I have. I'm trying to work on that. I shouldn't be like this. Apparently, it's not such a good thing, but that's how I'm able to make peace with it. So for me, it's like if I walk away, like
I think that's fair. I mean, I did the same thing before I walked away. I had to feel like I've exhausted everything so that
because I didn't want
I'm
the what if.
So you can
with it.
feel
Yep.
good about your decision.
Yeah,
I'm
now,
gonna keep
they
it
don't
real.
feel bad. I mean, they don't feel good about their decisions.
Yeah,
but
of
me,
course.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
of course.
sleeping at night with the fan on high.
real.
That's
Like,
hilarious. I can't get back with no chick after she cheated on me though.
Yeah.
No? Why is that like so unforgivable? Like,
It's
why do
not
women?
for me entirely, but
Well,
it
we-
depends
we-
on the situation, and you know.
What's the situation where a bitch go get some dick from another nigga and come back to you?
Well, see,
I'm just curious.
when it happened to me, I was dealing with a chick long distance.
What if she was getting her lick back because you cheated first?
Oof.
Listen,
He
I
definitely
understand.
can't handle that.
Let me tell you something.
Look, he said, "Who?"
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm objective, right?
Yeah.
I respect why you felt like you needed to do that, and you can't be with me no more though. Like we can't be.
Yo,
Like, I get it.
And she'd be like,
I
for the
cheated,
same mistake you
and
made that I
right.
forgave you for.
Yeah, man. Listen, the world ain't fair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
It
Sure as
like,
hell ain't you, boy.
but here's the thing. I say all the time, right? Because I had this. I got into an argument with someone recently, and it was like, "Oh, you can't say this to me, or you can't tell me what to do." No, I can't. All I can control is my actions.
Yeah.
So you want to be tough, you want to thump your chest, you want to be queen bee. I get it. Yo, embrace all your power. I'm not gonna be here though.
Yeah.
Right? Like I can control me. So just be sure all this power you want to grab and show me, make sure it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because you do a little too much. I'm not gonna be here. So what's more important to you? You thumping your chest or me being here?
So she could drag it, just don't do too much.
Don't get stupid.
Yeah.
Don't get stupid. But yeah, you can't cheat on me though. Never that. No.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Can she call you a fuck nigga once or twice? At least once the first time.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I take no disrespect. You can't let it. I'm being honest with you because I don't disrespect most of the times, right?
Oh, you was a disrespectful.
Yo,
Your actions will be disrespectful.
What?
Nigga, how can the action that got us here
Let me say
Right.
something.
not be you
Let
know
me
what
say
I mean?
something. You let your
You
woman
hear
tell you
this?
you let your woman call you a bitch, tell you to shut up. Any of that shit, yo.
I agree,
You
actually.
can't do that. No
totally
real man.
agree.
Go ask your granddaddy, would he ever let a woman call him a bitch, tell him to shut up, or any of that disrespectful shit? You can be like, yo, I don't agree with you. I don't think you're looking at this the right way. You can disagree with me. But there's words you cannot say to me.
Undoubtedly, I agree.
And it goes both ways.
And I hope that
goes
this
both
message
ways.
gets relayed well because
to a
respect
degree
is big
though,
with men.
because it depends why I'm calling you a fuck
No, it
nigga.
don't.
You cheated on me, you a fuck nigga, you a bitch ass
You
nigga.
you kind of got to
Fuck
take that
you.
one.
You're
I'll
saying
take
that to
one.
make yourself feel better,
Yeah.
and the thing is, with men, respect
I don't
speaks
give a
volumes.
fuck. He's disrespecting me.
and I agree, but the
So I
answer
have to
can't be
be
disrespect in
so
return.
you go low and I gotta go
But let me
high.
tell you this. I would tell-
I'm dragging
but I
you
would tell you
down.
this.
Some of the things that men are at disadvantage of emotionally. When you are maybe emotionally selfish or negligent, if that nigga took that same approach, you wouldn't want to be with him. But because he caters to your emotions, that's part of the main reason why
Not
you
the eye
deal
roll.
with him. No, I'm just saying it's real. There's ways he's losing. There's ways you lose. If he does tit for tat, malice, and I'm not talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is weird.
Tit for
You know?
tat is correct, but if she has an emotional lash of something that really hurt her based off of some shit you did, you got to be able to take that shit.
So let me say. So let me say this.
I agree. I feel you.
In this situation, right? If she just called me,
I hate you.
She just that's not disrespectful.
That's good for you.
That's not disrespectful. If she caught me doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, and in the moment of her finding out,
okay, then it's fine.
Then she was like, "Yo, you fucking,"
but not
like
in
you
everyday
conversation. Like you in the pussy.
What are you talking about? You in it though?
Yeah,
like,
she walked into him. Fucking that happens literally all the time.
Nah, or she found out I was doing something I wasn't supposed to do.
That shit does happen.
I can.
Yeah, niggas come home from work early. Women come home from work. That shit happens all the time.
Yeah,
man. In real life, just not in the movies. Shit.
You know, that's never happened to you?
Come on, man.
Excuse me?
It's never happened to you?
No.
Niggas had close calls.
What?
You know?
No, absolutely not.
That's when you got going
anyway,
and you go close the door and you got to go. Let them finish. You got to let them finish. At this point, the deed is done.
We're going to talk.
Don't be fighting the girl and stuff she didn't know.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it right now. Don't even worry about it.
This is sick because I'm not fighting nobody. I pay too much for this manicure, but when my Nina gets to doing what she do,
say less.
Because why would you think that's okay to have a bitch in my house?
Yeah,
I agree. Complete disrespect.
That's
you
really
you get no disagreement
You're not gonna get
from
any
me.
argument with me.
Yeah. That's cause for violence.
Yeah.
What they say, that's nasty work right there.
But yeah, no, spinning the block, like, I don't know. I think there was only one person that I tried to reconcile with, and it was because I fucked up and I felt bad about it.
See?
But I was 21.
Yeah. Your
That
baby.
was
I don't
20
think it
years
would
ago.
change now,
baby.
even if you were 41, because if you knew you were at fault and something great could have happened if you didn't, go left, shoot. Why
But I'm not going to hold you. Like, despite the fact of how it ended, I'm glad it did. Like, looking back at it, because, like, my life would have been different. And I'm okay with the fact of where I am in life. So I know that the trajectory
But can you say
been
different would have been worse? Or you can only assume?
It wouldn't have necessarily been worse. I think it would have just been a normal, plain.
And who the fuck wants normal, right, Posh?
Yeah.
Who wants normal?
Do you know how many women are praying for that as we speak?
Posh at home making pancakes and shit.
I know that I'm special, and I know that
so special.
Whoever God has out there for me is going to be a special motherfucker too.
Because he got to be able to handle you. Yeah, you got to be able to handle you.
Like, you got to be able to handle.
That's the beauty in this whole relationship thing. There's someone for you that will match your vibe. You just have to find that. And I'm not. You know what I mean?
That last part you
just
said.
Have to find it
because your nigga might live in Singapore right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that's extreme. That nigga got to be one state over at least. You know what I mean?
But I'll tell you this though.
Or even in town and you just haven't met that nigga.
Yo,
how many people?
I've gotten in trouble with relationships I've been in because a lot of these girls get sentimental and they be like, "Oh, you're the person for me." Yeah. I'm like, "No, I'm the nigga you met that you like. That's local. Yeah. Like that's who I am, right? Because if you lived in California, we would have never met. You would have married another nigga. You would have been in a relationship with another nigga. You would have kids with somebody else.
Soulmates and
I think.
vibes.
Listen, 7 billion people on this planet.
Indeed.
God damn it, you can't be the one for her.
No, I can be one of the ones for her.
Yeah. One of the potential candidates.
Who was the first 12 niggas that hit before me? Like, was they not special? Like,
I find it hard to believe when a chick, and I hear this, I've heard it so many times. You are so special. I've never met anyone like you. I find when I hear that shit, my heart eats it up, and then my mind laughs and says, "Nigga, you know she told that
silly
nigga, bro, she told that shit to about 6 niggas at least."
This is why you don't express yourself, ladies. Fuck that. Hold it in.
It's not even. I don't even mean to be pessimistic,
Tell your
but it's
homegirls
just
in the fucking
real.
group chat.
It's
don't
real.
Tell him how you feel.
Posh,
Look at how these
all right,
niggas
Posh,
talking.
then straighten me. Have you told multiple niggas some shit like that? On this pod, yes. Camera on Posh, please. Have you told multiple niggas?
Hey, listen. There's been time, babe. I'm in love with you. I've been in love with multiple niggas. I can say that.
That proves my point, right?
You're saying a lot of sweet things and similar things that you said to one, you said to the next, and in the moment you meant it.
Yeah, but come on, man. So how are you supposed to know when you found the one? Then you can't express other shit you said before. No, I'm not saying you can't.
You believe in that idea of the one?
I do believe in the one because I'm somebody's the one. God ain't make me for multiple niggas. I know that. Like.
It doesn't. It doesn't mean.
That's where my mind went to, and I was like, "Shit, calm down, Cheesy, don't." I just watched a flick like that last night too. I been
I wasn't talking, boy. God damn, you went there.
I said, "Damn,
no, not even going there." I was just.
But you don't feel like. So here's what I do agree with you on. Like, You are who you are, right? Yeah. We're all special people, right? We are who we are. We would be who we are whether we lived here or lived somewhere else. But you don't think if you lived in Chicago, you have your light popping in Chicago, you meet a fly nigga in Chicago, just like if you stay in Florida for the rest of your life, the same thing's going to happen to you. That's my point. My point is that the person you find isn't special to you and the person for you. What I'm saying is, I think depending on where you are in this world and in your life, there could be multiple people for you.
It's what you're accessible to.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all it is.
I mean, in the dating scene, yeah, but I wouldn't want to think about it like that from a relationship standpoint. Like, God damn, you're just the one at the moment.
No,
like,
no, I'm not saying that. You really mean it. You know why what you're saying is entirely true? You've broken up with niggas.
And this is coming from somebody who's been engaged 3 different times.
Listen,
so this is mad hypocritical.
No, for real.
I appreciate your honesty.
For real. But you've broken up with people. But yet you get with another guy whenever that happens, and you know how dope you are. You know how valuable you are and valued in that relationship, which allows you to feel comfortable, which allows you to open up and express yourself, and you fall in love. If what you said weren't true, then that wouldn't be possible. You get what I'm saying? So it has to be multiple people because that nigga had other pussy too.
Ass way, like, oh yeah, so I'm the one, bitch. I'm the like, damn.
I'm just trying to be honest. I'm sorry.
No, I think everyone has their ideas on this shit, but I do feel like, honestly, that there are going to be multiple people for any given person. I think if you're lucky to find one of those individuals that really jive with you, then you won. Yeah, it don't matter if it could be better if you found the 3 or 4. You never met them. Yeah, it don't matter. So
I don't like that idea because then I'm gonna be laying up at night thinking about like, damn, who's better than this?
Yeah,
well, you can't have that mindset. You can't have that mindset.
There's always somebody that's better though.
Yeah.
There's always
in one way or another, maybe.
Yes,
in one way or another.
Someone.
Maybe not overall, but in one way.
Prettier,
Could it be a bigger dick for you? Yes. Could it be a nigga who makes more money? Yes. Nigga who maybe who's funnier. But that
better communicator.
Better communicator. Doesn't mean he sucks in the other ways. He's just not as good as other people were in those areas. You know what I mean?
If you're on this constant chase, you'll never be happy.
Oh man, come on.
And that's what I'm saying. I had to learn that the hard way.
So what y'all telling Posh she got to settle?
No, happiness is being content with what you have. If what you have makes you happy.
Yes.
So if you good,
it just has to make you happy. Shit. But the constant chase is just going to provide you misery, bro.
Chasing that high. Chasing that high. So what do you think reasons people get back together then? Spin the block, excuse me. Familiarity, companionship,
sex.
Damn, you think that's the main reason?
I think you said one of the reasons. Yeah. Nah, I think for dudes, yeah, like I absolutely think. I mean, because man, see, I'm gonna say something. Y'all gonna think I'm just throwing this out here, but yo, if you are individual, I'm gonna go individuals. I'm not gonna say men or women. If you are an individual who is someone who others seek, want to be with, who want their time, they think you're attractive, think you're dope, whatever that is. For men and for women, getting ass isn't easy. Yeah. So if a man is spinning a block on a woman or that didn't satisfy his requirements in one way or the other previously, then typically what I'm saying is it's for something physical. I mean, you guys are men. Do you disagree?
Yeah, usually when I dip my toes back in the water, it's for that pussy. Yeah. It's not for the conversation.
That's all I'm saying.
Conversation is a part of the job to get the pussy, but you know, it's all necessary evil. But yeah, you're right.
Give us a different perspective, Robbie.
Why I got to give you?
We know when you get back.
Yeah. It was the way she rubbed your back.
Yeah.
No, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and take that one. What I will say, sometimes you spin the block because you got some unfinished business. There could be something unresolved. There could be potential that you just didn't realize because you were foolish or she was foolish or whatever the case might be.
Better insight.
And now the timing is right, because sometimes timing just don't be right. Sometimes you in a place she ain't in, she in a place you ain't in, and it just didn't jive then. But sometimes it does hit, and when it does, it resonates, dog. And then
that's a good reason.
It's powerful as fuck. Sometimes.
Listen, I said something to this, and I want to get Posh's opinion. I want to hear a perspective on the question. But I said this in the previous podcast, and I think it was the one we just did. But I talked about the fact that I've been in relationships before where I was at a different point in my life. Y'all remember me talking about this? Yeah. So a girl's feeling me, right? She may have her career together. She may have her money right. And this is particularly when I'm younger. ain't nothing right with me, right? Like I'm living in a house with 3 niggas. My car, every time I turn the key, I'm hoping to start. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got to go out to clubs where there's a special for niggas. If I got to be there at 10:30, you know what I'm saying?
Club.
like I was
never heard of this club.
Y'all remember Matrix and Metropolis? Y'all remember that?
Outside quite a bit, bro.
Okay, Young D. Yeah. Anyways, so I knew where she was, and I knew where I was, and we wasn't in the same place, right? And so I told her basically, like, I'm not the dude for you. Like, let's end this. And she thought I was selfish. Yeah. She had a problem with me. She claimed I was with another woman or looking for other girls.
Timing was off.
Right, but the timing was off. So in that situation, now see me 5-6 years later.
Wouldn't that have been awesome?
Come on, man.
You would have spun the block.
Do you think that the outcome would have been slightly different?
What do you mean? When?
If you spun the block and the timing was right, and now you're more equally yoked, for better use of a term.
Undoubtedly.
Okay.
Yeah, because
that's all the point.
The reason that didn't work was because I wasn't. Here's the thing: as a man, I have a certain level of pride, and I don't think it's pride for pride's sake. I'm not the type of dude that wants to depend on a woman. As a matter of fact, I want my woman to be able to depend on me. Yeah. So I don't feel like if I can't be the type of man in a relationship for my woman that I want to be, I can't be in a relationship with her. Girls don't see that. Like, I don't need you to help me get where I'm going. I got a plan, boo. Like, I know what I'm doing.
I just need the time and the space to do it. That's kind of my thing too. And we did talk about it last podcast. Sometimes you need to separate, isolate, so you can do your thing. You know, sharpen yourself, and then.
So we said a lot, and we want to hear from you on another thing.
Well, I just want to say, I've never spun the block for sex.
Yeah.
And the only reason for that is because for me, sex is emotional.
Hold on. So you never double back around for some dick?
And when I have, I've regretted it.
Okay. See, I know you have, because women don't like to add to the body count unnecessarily. So I know you're going to fuck a nigga, old nigga, if the dick was...
it's not the same.
Yeah.
Because the emotion isn't there anymore. So now I'm like, fuck, I did this, and I'm like instantly regretting it.
You probably didn't make out with him this time because you...
You trying to kiss him?
Vibe. Yeah, because you know what I mean? Last time you all was dealing with that, so you're making out. This time you fucked him with no kissing. That shit feel like you fucking a prostitute.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right. We've all been there.
Hey, what are you talking about? Hey, turn your head away.
Metaphorically.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? That's what that does. But
what's another reason you possibly have outside of sex?
Nah, like, I mean... Definitely, like I said, I've done that and I've regretted it. But timing is a good one. Yeah. But I've never had like I said, like there was only one time I tried to spin the block, and it was for the sake of, you know what, let me just try to get my family back. Yeah. But
you know, I've heard people say
that's actually a good reason.
Yeah,
no, that's actually a really good reason.
Really
bring
good
the family back together.
Hell yeah!
I don't know how we forgot about
Not
that.
That's
probably the most important one. Hey, let me tell you, I wrote a lot of shit down on this paper.
Not one of
that, nigga.
Niggas.
Didn't even bring up
Niggas.
the family. We love the kids, though. We love the kids.
Yeah, I was like,
that's hilarious.
Didn't even think about the family.
Maybe I dragged it. Maybe he's not that bad of a person. He is the father of my kids.
Yeah. What's more motivating than the
those
kids?
things?
I don't think anything is.
Nothing is. Like, the thought of sharing kids can get you through everything. Extremely tough times in a relationship. Yeah. Extremely.
50% of marriages right now.
Nigga.
Let's just keep it real.
You can damn near hate your spouse,
and
but love the family unit.
Oh, yeah.
And you
no doubt
ain't
about
going
that.
nowhere. Yeah, man. Yeah, wives, a lot of husbands.
Mutually exclusive.
Your husbands don't like you. And you know.
He love you.
But hold
he
on.
love you, but he don't like you.
They love you, but you know they don't like you either.
Facts.
Because you kind of don't like yourself, bitch. You know
Nigga,
what I'm saying?
but we don't like you guys either.
You know what I mean?
It was just, like I said, the thought of let me bring my family back together. But I really couldn't stand that nigga. Like, low-key, I was like...
I get that.
Damn. That hurt me.
I can only imagine how sex was in that situation.
Because, anyway.
No, ain't no anyway. Let you tell us. Come on.
Because, I thought about it like my grandparents been together dumb long.
Yeah, I'm talking about this.
My parents are together dumb long. So I questioned myself, like, is this a part of it?
And I think that's another piece.
Is this a part of it? Like, maybe we just grew apart, but there's a way to, like,
so you had hope.
Put this thing back together.
Our father had a child on our mother, and they're together.
That happened with my grandfather.
Which one of us could go through that and say,
I wouldn't have made it.
That's a deal breaker.
I wouldn't have made it.
And it's women getting pregnant on their man too, and niggas staying and keep raising the baby.
I don't know who
are
these.
Yeah, they the worst, bro. But
I
these
am
niggas
not
exist.
that mature to where if my nigga gets a girl pregnant, I'm sticking around. I know me.
Very immature for me.
Because I feel like cheating is one thing, right? You can cheat. You can make the girl go away.
Yeah.
But the girl get pregnant.
That means I know you hit it raw and you bust off.
What if she not gonna keep it though? What if she not gonna keep it? She's pregnant, but she's not gonna keep it. Does that matter? She's not gonna keep it. I made a mistake.
She
it
shouldn't have
happened.
It should have. Game tight,
right,
nigga.
I was gonna say if you don't plan on keeping it, then don't fucking tell me. Because then I'm faced with the fact that either you're gonna be a deadbeat dad, which I don't condone that kind of behavior, or this child is gonna be a part of our life, and so is this woman, and I'm not that fucking strong. I be kicking that kid every chance.
You just out of here. Fix your own fucking cereal,
man. Yeah,
like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mature like that.
No, I tripped legit too a few times.
You know what I'm saying? Like not enough to where like they seriously hurt themselves.
No, on the carpet, on the rug. Yeah,
rug burn.
Yeah, but you know, fall.
That's tough.
Yeah.
It is, and that's why I wouldn't stick around because I know me, and that's not cool because I'm a mom, and if somebody treated my kid like that, it'd be up and stuck, bitch. I'd kill you
for what I said. Just stay around the kids. You should stay around the kids. But I found a good one that I found: staying for your partner's sake, like feeling indebted to them. Maybe because they helped you out of financial bind or they have a medical condition. I actually know a guy that was married and he divorced his wife. She found out she had brain cancer and then he went back, got with her, lived with her, you know, and took care and kind of nursed her back to health.
I know someone like that too.
He was fucking on the side though, real talk.
I mean, he was an older guy, so, you know, I don't know how much action at 70 you can fuck two bitches. You think so at 70?
She was fucking with brain cancer?
I can't imagine the wife with brain cancer was fucking. No.
That's what I'm saying. So you got to have someone on the side.
Yeah.
I mean, hypothetically.
I guess. Dog, can I ask a weird question? Is this a safe place?
It's not a safe place, but
it's safe. It's just us and our friends.
I want to know. Maybe I'm the weirdest person who ever done. Man, I hope one of you
Kink alert.
about it too.
This is not a safe space. Oh my God.
When you have an ill spouse or partner, like cancer, you know, they're sick. Do you ever think about
life after?
Like not life after, but like
what? No, I'm saying
it's my wife.
That's real though.
Hold on, it's my wife with brain cancer. Is it her duty to fuck me? Can weeks go by without a nut and like she dealing with real life cancer? Like I'm being serious. Like sometimes I wonder about that.
You got to get her on the side. You can't expect that from her.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
She need all her energy to heal.
You brought that up and it made me thought about things I thought sometimes because when I found this out, he divorced her. I knew he wasn't happy. So for him to go back, he had to.
I wouldn't have done that.
She loved him. He loved her so much. He got to take care of her because you know what it is when you divorce someone. I think you still have that bond mentally, like you kind of look at him as your spouse still. So it was probably easy for him to go back.
Yeah, not me either.
Hey, you know what I mean?
When my divorce went through, literally, my baby daddy got married the month after we got divorced.
That nigga tripping, bro.
But we were already separated for a while. He was seeing somebody, so it was just a legality type of thing. Yeah. And the month after he did a procedure and he ended up paralyzed. And there was nothing in me that
from the neck down or the waist down.
Not a moment too soon that divorce went through. Because imagine.
God, not imagine.
Dog.
I ain't like him with legs. I would have been stuck for real.
That's
real. Hey, but listen, that's real though, and that's the unspoken word. That's the unspoken stuff.
Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. This is why I promote health, fitness, and well-being. No, seriously, because as we get older, don't burden your partner with health issues that were self-inflicted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you said he had a procedure. I don't know if this was something he needed to get done or something he wanted to.
Like it was an accident.
Yeah.
No, he needed to get it done.
Yeah,
well,
so
to a degree. But I was against it. He went through with it anyway.
Oh, this was a surgery or like a procedure?
A real procedure.
Epidural shots.
Oh, and pain for his back or something.
Oh shit! Yeah. And that's how it happened.
Yeah.
You get a settlement?
Even when when women,
I don't know,
when women are getting pregnant and stuff like that, when they get the
baby,
they can miss the shot.
It's a man.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that epidural shot, they can mess up and go paralyzed.
No doubt.
And they can tap your spinal column.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know.
And then my other baby daddy, he tried to fake cancer.
He tried to fake it?
Yeah, cancer? He told me that he went to the doctor and that, they did a biopsy and that this
That's wild,
cyst
bro.
that
You got some special niggas in your life,
trying to get you to come back?
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, it was a solid plan, but I'm just saying.
No, it's not solid. You don't want the sympathy.
I'm coming to one appointment and it's off the jig's up.
Yeah, your life is done.
He's leveraging pity.
Tell me when your next appointment is.
It's a wild card, bro. It's a wild card.
Yeah, he threw out the wild card. I was like, wow. And And then after a while, I thought about it. I was like, nah, I need to see the paperwork. I don't believe you.
Not the paperwork.
I will tell you, I worked with somebody, and they got divorced or either separated, and his wife was caught in a house fire and was severely burned. His ex-wife.
They was divorced though.
Yeah, and ex-wife severely burned. They share a couple kids, whatever the case may be. Yeah, and he circled back. Yeah, and really? He realized, because sometimes when you have these traumatic incidents that happen in life, and you kind of, it changes your perspective, and you start to realize, man, like this person means this much to me.
More
because
to me than I thought.
They had to damn near die for you to realize that, though.
I didn't. Facts. Because you literally which is sad. I'm not saying it's not sad, but it's just like, still, it's a realization.
He circled back
it's a
for
realization.
the right reasons, or you
I
think
don't want
he circled
the block because I almost died.
Well,
no, keep your pity feelings, yo.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I think it started off as pity.
I would think it would bother her too.
I think it started off as pity, and he circled back, and she went through a series of skin grafts and got back to health. And after it was all said and done, and she was well back to health, he was like, I really want to give it a try. You mean this much?
And they got back together?
And they're back together, and they're strong.
Couples like divorce and get remarried.
There's so many dynamics.
Our parents did it.
Yeah, there's so many dynamics.
Our parents got a divorce. Yeah,
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I found out recently, nigga.
Because they're illegitimate kids. They're bastard kids. I'm the only one that's still on paper.
Oh, you was conceived in marriage?
I was conceived.
He's legit. Yeah, he's legit.
That makes sense about how you act.
My dad.
My
dad was a host.
Low-key Erica too.
Privilege, right?
My dad was a host. So, my mom, she divorced that nigga. That nigga had
Did he know?
Yes, that nigga knew. He had to move here.
He didn't care though, did he?
He had to move to the States to get her back, nigga. Yeah, and that's how this all started.
I know that's right.
And that nigga could have stayed back over there, I would have never existed.
They just found this out a year and a half ago.
You been know?
And no, I didn't know. But they've been fighting for who's mom's favorite child.
Yeah,
it's evident now.
I beg to differ, but he was legitimate.
It's probably the one that stayed around with her. Just saying, not y'all.
But we talk about circling the block. Do you think that people can change, and that now this version of them, maybe there were small hiccups in the relationship, but nothing too detrimental, just something enough for you to know that it won't work long term, and now they've adjusted. Now they're a different person. Now they see things differently. Is it not possible?
It is possible, but sometimes, like I said, I got PTSD, so sometimes it doesn't even fucking matter because I can't get over what happened.
You can't never get past.
Yeah, like it's a dub.
Yeah.
And there was this one guy when me and my baby daddy first broke up. It was back in 2010. He was like head over heels about me. Like he was trying to see me any chance he got, sending flowers, like doing a lot. And I grew fond of him, but I just never, I don't like
a puppy.
That's the worst. That's a dick softener. Grew fond of me, like
Yeah,
he's a companion.
Yeah, I'm going fond of this fucking tea right here. Yo. You know what I mean?
You know why? Because I had kids at a very young age, so I feel like my life was always on fast forward because of it.
I understand that.
Yeah, welcome to the club. Yeah.
Anytime I looked at a guy and there was just certain things about him, like the whole roommate thing, I can't do roommates, man. Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't fuck with a nigga who got roommates. I like walking around naked. Yeah. So imagine me having to hide out in your room because your roommate is like, it's too much. It's too much. I don't fucking like it. Hey, so there were certain aspects even back then, like certain standards that I had. So fast forward, we find ourselves both newly single. And I tried to give him a chance. He was still living in the same apartment.
No growth. Yeah.
9 years later.
With like roommates? Or just
Not
in the
with
same spot?
roommates, but just in the same spot.
Really?
Same car.
Damn.
Same job. And I was just like...
So that stability turned you off, huh?
I was just about to say, D, because I tried at first. When people talk, I try to view it from your perspective, so I can feel it. But then everything she said was like, "You mean this nigga got his own place? You mean this nigga doesn't have a car note, so even extra moored funds available to do things with, and that nigga has a stable job, so that nigga is invested? You mean the 401k is looking plump, and that
responsible ass nigga?
Like, this nigga here is the worst. Like what?
Not that, but I'm just saying, like in our 20s,
you were looking for growth.
She said nigga was square.
That part.
You were looking
in
for
our
growth.
20s. It's like we ain't have the best fucking apartments.
Yeah.
We ain't
Yeah.
drive
Right.
the best cars. You know what I'm saying? But we were still young. I mean,
I feel what you're saying.
You want a driven. Some people, that's one of the biggest
They're happy with
characteristics that they want.
themselves, you know,
some of them really.
That's one of my top 3.
Driven person, someone who holds themselves accountable to it in manifesting what they think that their future success looks like, and
it was just like
fair.
little things. Like I was just like, I can't do this. And then he crashed the girls' night. Oh no, you can't.
He just
do
showed
that.
up to a girls' night vibe.
Showed up to the girls' night. Now, mind you, me and the girls are out. We look good.
Yeah.
We're not paying for shit.
Yeah.
Everything is like, they're sending us a bottle, they're sending us shots, like everything is being paid for. We're not spending no money. You crash a ladies' night, nigga, you better be prepared to pay for everything. All this shit.
That goes away.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not sitting next to a nigga at the table. I'm like, oh, that must be the nigga then.
With them, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you fucked up the whole vibe.
Damn.
And then
Homegirl's hot.
Yeah.
Yo, I was like, all right,
so weird,
order
some
some shots, right?
Yeah.
He was like, meet me at the bar. I'm like, why am I meeting you at the bar?
So
we have
trying
a
to
table.
isolate you from girl. Yeah, that's weird.
And I was like, you're not trying to buy a round. You just wanted to get nah.
And this kind of goes back to what we said earlier.
That's crazy.
Isn't
Being
it?
with someone who matches your natural energy. There's things I want my partner to do, and I don't want to have to instruct them to do it.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But guys don't know that when you crash the ladies' night, you're responsible.
We
now?
all know, but apparently the nigga you chose didn't.
Yeah.
I don't even know
Let
why
me
he
tell you,
had the
if I would have
desire.
showed up, I'd have showed up, D. 30 minutes, bought everyone around, laugh, kiss my girl, got the
and
fuck
dipped
up out
out.
of there.
Thank you.
Fell off
But
in
if
the
you
strip
trying
club,
to
go did my
hang,
thing, hit my boys up. But yeah, and if I did come through, I might have brought y'all to. We definitely buying them around and we getting out. But I'm not staying there all night.
Right.
This
it
nigga
was
here.
the craziest thing, and
Yeah.
I was just like, no, spinning the block don't work for me. I don't like spinning.
You straight?
So,
Yeah.
I've-
But what we want to do too is talk about ways to rekindle the relationship.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah, man. So we talked about spinning the block. We back in the game. What can we do to get the spark back in the relationship, D? I'm saying you already in it. Now, what can you do to get it back?
You got
right?
it. You got to recommit to giving it a chance.
nah, she got me to recommit.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
what?
probably happened.
Okay.
And then,
Let's say even take out the spin in the block aspect and just focus on rekindling the vibe
Boy.
in your
It's
relationship.
the Christmas season.
Like,
This is a way to
don't-
get back. Come on.
like, don't mess up, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what my expectations are. Like, just do what you're supposed to do, man. Like, I'm a simple dude. You got to treat me with respect. You got to have your own grind, and you got to be fun, like, and trustworthy. Those are my 4 things, right? Have your own grind. Like, this is some shit you do to make sure you good. You got to be fun. You got to be able to have a good time, and you got to be trustworthy. That's it. If I got that, I'm solid,
So
man.
what would you do to rekindle shit in your relationship? Say shit is a little stale. Like, what's some things you do? Are you type of nigga take a chick on a date? You just tie her up and
Yeah,
fuck her?
I mean,
Like,
you got-
what's your
Nah, you got to take her on a trip and fuck her.
That's
Yeah,
true,
yeah,
that's
trips
true,
for sure,
that's
man.
true,
Trips for
that's
sure.
true.
And like, listen,
On the balcony,
we
too.
live in Florida, man. So
Yeah.
like, get in some place real quick. You can get a trip to Puerto Rico. You can get a trip to DR. You can get a trip to Colombia. Ain't that expensive? And once you get there, shit's cheap. Especially DR and Colombia. Puerto Rico try to like, y'all taxing niggas, but you go to DR, you go to
Now, they
Colombia.
really
That shit
are,
is
though.
like
It wasn't like that a few years
it
ago.
wasn't. But you can go there and have a good
I'd even
time.
argue you don't even need to go, leave the country.
Here we go. Yo, stop with your low
I knew
budget
you were gonna
ass.
say that. That's why I said that. See, Posh want to travel the world on
Cheesecake.
these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
If a nigga right now hit you up and say, "Hey, I'm hitting up shit."
Top
Myrtle-
golf.
No, not Top Golf, but like Myrtle
St.
Beach.
Augustine.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Myrtle Beach. That ain't shit to you.
I've never been there. I'd have to Google it and be like, what the fuck is that
Beach
about?
is a
Yeah,
vibe. I'm
then
just
it
saying.
could
I'm
be
not
a
saying
vibe.
it's like everything. It's not going to be compared to
St.
Puerto
Augustine is
Rico
more
per se.
romantic than Myrtle Beach
Yeah.
is.
Well, and maybe that's a bad example. My
Right,
point
are
is,
you trying to
you don't
fucking
have to go
rekindle things,
somewhere.
nigga? Or you trying to retire me? Like, what are you trying to do
Well,
over here?
listen, when we get
Jesus,
there, I'm trying to fuck you anyway. I'm not really trying to take your ass out like that anyway.
Well,
when we get there, we only leaving to eat.
Nah, don't fucking
Shit.
lock me up in the fucking room.
Well,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Rekindling things, the only way, one way to do it, on our backs.
Listen, I'll be honest with you.
Jesus have mercy.
I got
You want to get it right? Let's get
listen.
naked.
I got a
mean, that's
homeboy.
what's
What?
up. That's cool. I agree, but like I said, it's an emotional
Yeah.
thing. So you
I
got to
feel
be
you
able
on
to
that.
like
I
reel
feel you
me
on
in
that.
emotionally
Yeah.
first. If not, it's
Yeah.
not gonna hit the way you think
I
it is,
feel
nigga.
you. I feel you. Bahamas it is then.
Oh, listen, I got a homeboy that's been that took a girl to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Beautiful trip.
Oh man, I know that nigga too.
Yeah, catered her.
Yeah.
Like just looked out for her. She had an amazing time.
What he did with the pussy?
Didn't touch it.
Didn't touch it, huh? Left it alone. Left that shit on the table. Hey, Gent. What happened,
What you think he did?
Oh my God!
Well, I have no idea what you guys are talking
nigga.
And I mean, hypothetically speaking, if it was you and you didn't touch the pussy, what would be the reason why?
Just because I'm trying to enjoy the vibe, man. It don't gotta.
I was gonna say it's not even period because this nigga don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's just like it's whatever. Like sometimes if you're having a good time, you're having a good situation. I mean,
don't y'all go to the bed at some point though?
Nah, let me tell you something. I'm not gonna lie. I've told this story on this podcast before. Remember the chick I took to Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Never spoke to her again.
Never spoke to her again.
That's it.
But you did hit it while you was there.
Nah,
you didn't hit it at all.
Which is why as soon as I
but I forgot. Was it
but
her
is that
fault
why?
or was it you? Was it you who wanted it and she didn't?
It was just weird.
It just never happened.
Which is crazy considering that we was just everywhere.
Was y'all vibing, like having a good time when y'all was there?
Yes. I think
is it
she was
more
just
on
nervous.
you?
I don't fucking know.
You gotta take it.
her to jump it off?
You got to take it.
No, that's what I was asking.
Like you're not going to Puerto Rico.
If
you go to Puerto Rico, you know we doing something, yo.
If
you know we doing something.
If you flew her out, you got to take that pussy.
That's fair.
No, dead ass.
Like
dead
somebody
ass.
has to be the aggressor.
Dead ass.
Agreed.
Who's the nigga in the
You
relationship?
thought you was going to Puerto Rico and we wasn't fucking? A girl take me to Puerto Rico, I'm like, I'm probably got to fuck her.
Probably.
Like,
I'm gonna shave my balls and all.
So you get flued out, you fucking.
Yeah,
got to.
definitely.
Got to.
Yeah, if you take me to dinner, I might.
These are good. These are all good points.
Yeah. You can say you don't want to. You gonna go to bed and lay it right on your ass.
Yeah, come on. Like
you could put it out there.
The
like
best
that.
time to initiate it, even if you don't know, if you're unsure, middle of the night, almost you can't lose. At 2, 3 in the morning,
everything looked like you just turning over on something, huh? Like
trying
you
to tell
just,
you.
This nigga got a plan of a plan for a plan, bro.
I'm
You're
going
in
to
a
bed.
restless sleep.
I'm going into bed. I'm not pretending. I'm going in that bitch naked and I'm put that dick on her. I'm gonna stroke it and get it hard and then just slap it on her ass cheek.
And
if she don't roll
that's
up,
the universal
I don't know
plan.
her.
That's
Man,
the universal
dick and
plan.
pussy meant for each other. You get it in the room, it's bound to match.
No lies told. No lies told.
That's crazy
So
as hell.
sex, that's it.
So
That's how you
sex is-
rekindle things.
No, I think date nights are big on rekindling things. Women like to go out and be shown off and show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And use.
The only thing I will say about the date nights, they got to be consistent. Like you can't. I know brothers be like, yeah, man, I did date night. When was the second one? Hey,
Like, months ago and shit, yeah.
I'm thinking about to plan it right now. Like, you have to be consistent with it because they're looking for consistency.
Yeah.
And to rekindle something means that you have to build energy. You got to build volumes of energy for it to turn into and manifest into something. So that means consistency.
I think also like creativity and doing some shit that's different, right?
Yes.
The same old movie and dinner shit is tired.
together.
Though we did when we did that smoking paint, you remember that?
That was the vibe.
It was amazing.
That would have been a great date to take a smoker on.
Dog, it was amazing.
But also communication.
that's a big
In all of this, you have to be able to talk and be honest and be vulnerable.
I had that down. I'm glad you said perfect word, vulnerable, because that's a big part of intimacy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because if you guys are going out and both of you guys have your walls up still, then
Facts.
that's not going to work. And that's my problem. That's what I'm saying. I could never spin the block because
And the best way
you don't get to try me like that a second time. Like, no.
And the best way to get someone's walls down is to
keep hitting them hard from the side.
Yeah, that's to stretch them walls out. But to be vulnerable with someone, it usually leads to them becoming more vulnerable with you. You know.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that we've all been good at, especially with women, in that we're not afraid to be vulnerable, and that typically makes a woman feel comfortable.
That's that
and
island
do
nigga
it.
shit. Though.
I think women have to make men or allow men to feel comfortable being vulnerable, right? Because I would tell you,
Be a topic in itself.
I got homegirls that are like, yo, you know this soft ass nigga was crying and
they
shit.
don't create a safe
like,
place.
Look, is that you?
Have you been listening to my conversation?
This is what I'm talking about.
Nick can't be soft at all.
This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. And then I got homegirls, they be like, yo, this cat is always hard. Like, baby, you don't got to be hard with me. No, because he was with the other bitch before who was talking shit about
that's
her.
what she created,
so,
a
like,
monster.
You don't like,
it's
do you
a
want,
balance. Everything is in life.
do you want your man
balance.
vulnerable? Do you want him to be able to cry to you?
Yeah.
How much crying are we talking about?
I mean, whenever he needs to.
Nah,
We
that's
talked about this once
that
with
might
your
be
dad.
excessive.
Yeah.
Like
I
you
do remember
can't-
that.
It could be a turn off for some women.
Like, listen, don't get me wrong. I want my man to feel comfortable and to come to me and be vulnerable and
Pero-
all of that. Like I do.
extent.
But,
but you can't be a bitch ass nigga about it. Like
that
you
shit
can't
tough.
just.
I knew that was coming.
That shit tough.
Like you can't like what are you crying about exactly?
Yeah.
Like I gotta know.
Your
like
grandmother had to just die. Like
okay,
there's a
that is.
it has to
come
be something
on,
extreme.
man.
This is why I'm always hard, y'all. This is why I'm always
But no,
hard.
That's
You can't trust me.
different.
I see that, D.
There's
no.
a delicate balance that
There
a
is.
man has to walk
All the time.
and maintain when it comes to a woman.
It's not that, but like
It
you know,
is.
a family member, your grandmother dying, like yo, I understand. Like that's. I could understand that.
Yeah.
But let's say like you just had a bad day at work and you just want to cry
Okay,
about it and
that's
keep
too much.
fucking
No, you
harping
took it
on
too
it and
far.
like
Yeah,
it's like
that's
come
too
on,
much.
nigga, like
Yeah.
tighten up.
Yeah.
But
Like,
if he lost
like-
his job and he was feeling got in his feelings, got
Yeah,
laid
like
off.
something like that.
Yeah,
But it's
okay.
like
Nah,
if
you
it's
gotta
some
find- you
shit
gotta-
that
you gotta give
just
him a grind,
like,
though.
You just
I don't know
crying
if-
because
Can't spend no
fucking
time crying.
Tuesday
Yeah,
and
not
shit.
at that
Like
time.
please, bro, nobody got time for that.
As a
shit.
grown man, you can't cry about losing
I
your
wouldn't
job.
say cry, but if he wants
You
to come in,
can't
he wants
cry.
to. He
You
wants
could
to.
cry
He wants to
about
vent.
it.
He wants to.
A couple of days, but then what you gonna do
what
about
if a nigga
it?
shed a
Like
few tears while you was giving him head? It was just so good, and he
Jesus
just started
Christ.
crying.
that's like music to my ears. I love this song.
Listen, and that nigga just started crying.
Yeah, that means I did my job.
Right.
I don't think
I've
I've
never
ever
gotten
cried.
brought to that point.
Me
I don't,
either.
I don't
Bruh,
think I've ever been.
Can you
there.
imagine how good it had to be feel? Because
I'd
you've
love to
had
be
chicks
there.
that cry while you was in it. Dick was so good to him they shedding tears. It happens all the time. But to be so good that to me, like I'm crying, I don't know how I get there. Like,
Bro,
what am I
she
thinking
got
about?
your soul. Like that's
maybe
just,
it's possible.
That
Yeah.
was a tough
Maybe it's
one.
possible.
You ever had some? Nah,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
It has nothing to do with this. I was just
know,
gonna
I
ask.
know. Go ahead.
You ever had some pussy where afterwards you was like, yo, I don't think I need any different pussy than this?
Yeah, like this is enough. I could be content with this
Forever.
long term, forever.
Yeah, you ever
I
had
had
that?
to say long term forever, like slash
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
'Cause
For the
bitches
most
be
part,
tripping.
forever. 'Cause forever's a long time.
And I have fickle ways at times.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
once
yeah,
I,
yeah.
You know, shit straight.
Yeah,
But
for the
no,
foreseeable
sure.
future.
Yo.
For sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
real. Is
Sure.
that what
you
you
know? And you normally know kind of fast. You know, different facets of it. Now her head, this could be independent of her head, but like her pussy alone,
Yo,
like
that
man,
shit
I would
is
enjoy
fucking
this.
funny because it's
What?
one thing to have fire ass pussy, but something about having good head just
Yeah,
sets
it
the
does.
bar.
It
like,
does.
I will agree with
It
that.
does.
Yeah, and that's not nearly as
What's
I think.
more important to you? I'm sorry, then go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's not as widespread as you would think.
Yeah.
There's more
What?
bap head than good head out here.
Yeah, at least. Yeah. As far as women, a lot of women think that because they're willing to give head,
That is good.
That it automatically makes
Yeah.
it good. You know what I mean? But you can get on there and not know what you're doing.
Facts. Facts.
Just like that,
Right.
women out here, women all the time, big dick niggas apparently don't know how to sling it.
Listen,
Just because you got a mouth don't mean you know how to use it.
That's
you know?
what it is.
that's very true.
Yeah,
Damn.
So you're not doing as good as you think you are, ladies.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Tighten up.
can't
Yeah,
relate.
that jump
but
real.
that's
That jump
crazy.
real.
And just because nigga making noise don't mean it's
You know
good.
another thing
Women make noise.
That's true. That's true. But another thing about the rekindling, I think we have to show appreciation. You know, I don't think we often say, hey, thank you. I really appreciate what you do.
The gratitude
And like the
piece.
gratitude. And it doesn't need to be on birthdays and holidays. I think the random Tuesdays, like, hey, look, that meal was awesome. Thank you.
And it goes both ways. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
everybody.
Yeah.
It's like I know some dudes are gonna be like, well, I don't really need that. I mean, I'm doing what I got
That's
to
a
do.
lie. I don't know any man
That
that
is a
would say it.
motherfucking
Yeah, I
lie.
think
Everybody
everyone
wants
would
to
say
feel
it.
appreciated.
I think everyone needs some form of appreciation. It doesn't have to be verbal. It could be an act of service, but you need something to say
Heads,
from
particularly.
someone. That's
But I think you're saying two different things because I would tell you I'm that nigga that would say I don't need that, and I don't need it. To me,
when you
need
get
is
it?
need. Let me get there.
Yeah.
Need is when I don't get it, I miss it.
Yeah.
Right. I don't need it, but I would tell you, I got it recently. Just yo, can I tell you something? Like yo, what's up?
Randomly.
Like,
That
I
shit
appreciate
broke
the
you
fuck
down.
out of you. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Well,
Shit
no,
broke you
I
down.
didn't. What did you say?
Yeah.
I didn't say. I didn't know what to say.
Nah. She was like, I appreciate the fuck out of you. Like I appreciate everything you do, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought about this shit for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
No, because
I was like, man, that's
Look at that
fucking
words of
dope.
affirmation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It made me
big,
feel really
man.
good. I
No,
just feel
words of
good reliving
affirmation
it.
are big. I think a lot of men feed off of it, and we are starved of it. Like,
Yeah.
even the good niggas, man, good niggas, we just
Yeah, you gotta
we just
deserve
doing what
it.
we supposed to do.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was
There's
hungry till I got
praise.
fed.
No, that's my point, bro.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of men are starved of affirmation, man.
as
Starved of it.
long as you doing the shit that you deserve it.
Yeah.
Like that's all that really matters. But if you're doing the shit and it's a thankless job, like of course you gonna like
But it
that
should
shit
be.
has repercussions.
And you know
over
who
time.
you know who gives affirmation? Side hoes.
Yo, what?
They are very affirming.
They believe in you.
They believe in your dream. They believe
God
in your
damn.
thoughts, your feelings. Like I just want you to be happy. Like these side hoes say
That
things
sounds like the
that
first
you-
0
that
to
you-
6
that your
months.
girlfriend don't even say anymore. You just
Dog,
like
that's the first 0 to 6 months, boy. After 6
Nah,
months, when
nah,
they start
nah,
getting their
nah,
feelings
nah,
about shit,
nah, nah.
it's
I'ma
about
tell
You can't make your
nothing
side.
but
You can't make your side
bitches
feel like your
don't
real
feel
girlfriend.
real.
Next.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
If you can keep a side bitch thinking that she's your girlfriend for real, she got you for life.
facts. Facts.
If
You got to
she
give her
starts
girlfriend
to
vibes.
feel like she's a side bitch, that's
Facts. You got to
over.
give her girlfriend vibes.
Yeah.
She shouldn't even know what she is.
I'm screaming. You know what?
You ain't even know.
Jesus, boy, that,
You ain't even know.
boy, that's a gem. Man.
Now that would.
I feel like that's a gem.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I think, and we'll end here on a topic that I love. You talked about sex. I think not only just rekindling things sexually, but switching up the sexual routine. I think in a lot of long-term relationships, I've heard people say it before. We have sex the same way all the time. It starts the same way all the time, and I know it's different couple to couple, but it's easy to fall into a routine. And one thing I know, women get bored sexually, but men specifically do. Now, men will hit porn up real fast, and we'll get
Men
revamped.
are visual creatures.
We
You
are.
gotta
doubt.
keep
We
you
are.
guys like on your toes. We were talking about that earlier
Yeah.
before we started recording. Like
Yeah.
nudes, ladies, send nudes. It's the
Hold on,
holiday
come on.
season.
Please. I
Get
just gotta.
some Christmas lights. Wrap them hoes around your legs, around your ass.
Yeah.
Get a tripod
Yeah.
and have some fun.
Can I give a caveat to that?
Yeah.
I agree with everything Posh said. Just don't zoom in on the
I already
pussy,
knew you was
though.
gonna say no pussy shots.
Like, just
Boy,
don't
this-
zoom
let
in
it be a
on
This really-
frontal
Nah.
pussy shot.
frontal. Yeah, let me
Not
get some
a
of that
spread
thigh.
pussy.
Yeah, but like, don't just
hit
just
it
get in there and
with-
just.
Yeah. No, that's not sexy. That's this. I'm not your guy now. We don't.
Yeah.
we don't even do that.
Yeah,
Yo,
real talk.
that's
you know.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
fair.
You do that.
But you said
Sometimes.
you said that. Hey,
Niggas
listen,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I
why
would
you?
think though that sometimes we would as well.
But
D.
it's not.
We
It's
just
not
don't
like
want it all the
straight
time.
up like
Yeah.
how you said. Like mad classless, just open your legs and
Yeah.
tat out. Like nah, there has to be some.
You want to
flair
see
to
some
it.
lips? You know what I'm saying? That's okay.
No, I like pussy.
If you do it tastefully, But you said you do it regularly, and I would really urge more women to do that. Like the idea of not knowing at any moment your girl could send you, even
An
though it's the
invisible
same.
ink too.
Come
Give
on.
them like a little scratchy thing. They got to scratch the glass to see what you sent
Come on,
them.
man.
don't get-
So you
And-
so
and-
you turning it into a scratch off. That's
Come on,
awesome.
man. And it's the same titties
That
you
is
see all the
awesome.
time. But for
You
some
have to have
reason,
an
it
iPhone
looks
for
so
that,
good.
D.
Oh God, you have a.
Yeah, you
Don't
have
do
an
it.
iPhone.
I do
Leave
too.
it.
So I'm
You
You
gotta
was
have
about to
an
pick it
iPhone.
up,
Yeah, it's
put it
all
back, put it down.
It's all right, Posh. They don't
Hold on.
understand.
Did I get low key judged?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you need
you
it.
did.
You could do a
You
scratch
ever
and
come to my
sniff off of
defense?
that one.
I
right
just said
there
I'm
on
on
the
there
iPad.
with you too.
Okay. Because you was awfully quiet over
No,
there.
I wasn't. I had
Okay.
a conversation with my daughter earlier. She can't wait to get an iPhone. I said I might switch over for her later on when she gets up. Yeah, man, got to stay close to the daughter. Can't trust these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can judge me later. You'll understand when yours is about to be 18. You know what I'm saying?
Child.
So, but no, I think you got to switch up the routine. And fellas,
Fucking the car.
yeah, fuck her, but fuck her like she's a whore. Fuck her like
No,
you
for
met her
real,
10
though.
minutes ago.
Facts.
Because I'm telling you, a lot of
Quickies
times,
in the bathroom.
man, kids right out there, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm
Put-
talking about like in a
cover her mouth.
restaurant. Like
Oh, that's nice too. Yeah,
That's great.
Well, it's harder to get away with that one,
That's
but
no,
great.
it's not.
handicap stall. You right? Yeah,
Cars are hard. Sometimes cars are hard. If you're a big person,
yeah. Cars are the way
need
my
a big
knees set up
car.
these days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
Put some head in
Damn
the
sure.
car. Started off
But
right.
I think you said something in that whole sescapade conversation that really triggered something about that I want to talk about. Like if you're gonna thrive, if you're gonna really truly rekindle, I think it's gonna be mad important for you to treat them like they're new.
It's a fresh relationship.
It's
Easier said than done, though.
It is, and I compare it to like dog. It's like your browser history, dog. It's not as easy of just like deleting that bitch and all your.
Or there's something else I got to do to it.
you gotta clear that.
No,
cache.
you gotta clear it based
Okay.
off of what I
Okay.
see. We don't
Clear
want
those
that.
cookies
Yeah,
too.
clear the cookies. Yeah, but it's not that easy as a click, and then your whole past disappears. Like
because you're stuck on the past too.
Yeah, but the only way that you can do that, you gotta treat this woman or you gotta treat this man like they're new.
Super
It's
harsh.
almost like you gotta reshoot the game. You gotta treat them like they were a stranger, and you're reconnecting, relearning them, redating them, and really starting as if it's a new person and it's a new relationship. Because if you don't, like, it's going to be impossible to erase the past.
You got to let it just be the past and just move forward. If you can't do that, then don't do it.
Very different.
Because all you're going to do is going to fucking, anytime you get triggered, an argument's going to spark.
That's it. Every time. Every time. That's why you got to treat it like it's new.
And it's easy to remember the old shit.
Because
you have that shit in the tuck for an argument. Like, go ahead and say something crazy. Like, I'm gonna let this shit.
Ready.
But the problem is you have this trigger, or like they say something or they do something, and then you attach it to a past historical event,
right? Exactly.
And then all of a sudden that shit brand new and it's current, and now it's back again. Like, so it's like, if you can't let go in any way, shape, or form, you might as well just call it. Don't spin the block. Don't circle back. Don't rekindle. But if you could possibly just treat it as if it's new, and you think if he can play that game, which is no different than role playing, like you role play and to a point where it turns into something else, right? Like that is the only way I think it could work.
That's super tough, man.
It is tough. It is tough.
It's virtually impossible.
I'm telling you, but it's always guys. Like, girls were more willing to like let go, but guys,
it's hard for us.
You say girls are more willing to let go of what?
Depending on what the indiscretion was, girls are more willing, but guys hold on to shit.
But can I say something though, Posh?
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Girls forgive and stay with us, but they make us pay for it
repeatedly in perpetuity.
You're in purgatory
for so long,
as they should.
And it's that's just it. Then it almost defeats the purpose of what you just said. Like, there's no renewal. And it's like, I don't want to stay to just get punished. There's a renewal
eventually, but if you get some fuck nigga shit, like, you gotta pay. I gotta make sure that you understand that the consequences of your actions are so grave that you never want to do that shit ever again. I'm an overdoer.
That's
why I just walk off. Because if you come back, I'm gonna overdo it.
What if you cheated and the nigga gave you a chance, and he gave you a chance?
I don't even want a nigga that I cheated on back. And because I don't trust it. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Damn, Posh, you said a lot when you went there so quickly. So it's
I don't even trust it.
You want a nigga to stay?
Oh my God,
pay the price.
My diaphragm.
If he trying to pay, because I want to know what his punishment of you looks like.
Yo, straight like that.
As soon as you walk in the door, get on your knees.
I had a friend, right? I had a friend who was married, had kids, beautiful family, right?
Yeah.
Shorty, like, she was living in the burbs, and once she moved into kind of like, like, let's say centralized Orlando, there was just a lot more movement, a lot more motion. And she was a young mom, so she just realized, like, damn, I've been kind of missing outside because I've been inside with my husband and kids.
And she was cute.
She started going out more, and eventually shit happened, right?
Yeah.
Shit always happens.
That one was a lot for him to take in.
Come on,
and
man.
then finally, and like, mind you, she did a lot of shit that I don't care to discuss. But I told her.
We'll talk about it later.
I told her, I said, I don't think you should do it. And she's like, you don't think I should reconcile with my husband? And I said, bitch, do you know what you did? Like, I wouldn't trust it.
You already bit the apple.
And she was like, no, we're going to work it out. So I said, listen, do whatever makes you happy. But you asked me for my opinion. I told you I don't think that's a good idea. Bro, the way that he shitted on that girl.
Got to.
And I said,
Not surprised. I don't know that I would have shit on her, but I would have really made her pay.
It was like the nigga waited for his moment. Like, he went through all the motions. She really bought into the fact they were getting back together. She was getting her family back together.
That means he didn't have any good intention, though.
Of course, but that's my point. Like,
I get where you're coming from now. You're right.
Nigga, fuck you.
Because of what you know of man, you're right. You're smart to know.
I don't even want you back.
I would probably...
because I look at it like this. Like, if I cheated on you, and you took me back, either you waiting for your lick back, or I could walk all over you, and either way, I don't want you.
Bing bong.
Or
that's
you,
it.
Either way.
That's it. That's how I feel.
There's somewhere in the
middle. That's how I feel.
Or you got a lot of hoes. There's
always somewhere in the middle.
There's some man, you cheat on him. He's like, man, I got 12 bitches on the side. Like, it doesn't matter.
Niggas,
but
so what's the point, dog? No. Let me say this.
Agree.
So what we doing?
Listen, I totally agree.
Like, and maybe this is why I don't understand the in between, because I don't play games with my relationships. So the bottom line is this: if I take you back, it's because I fuck with you and I want to be with you. Correct. I'm not taking you back back out of spite because I want to run some fucking game on you or punish you, any of that shit. And if I know I'm going to do that or I don't fuck with you no more because of what you did, I'm not taking you back. And I would expect the same from any motherfucker that I'm trying to get back with. If you going to do right by me, then take me back. If you know you want some petty shit, don't fuck with me. Hurt my motherfucking feelings now.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
People feel that need to have power and control, so things ending on their terms matter. You know? So I think that's where that comes from.
That's some young shit, though.
I just feel like that's
what I'm saying.
It's
like,
a
that's
maturity issue, dog.
Yeah,
it's a maturity issue. If you're a fucking real man, then act like a fucking man. If you with a fucking real woman, then the chick need to act like a fucking woman. If neither one of y'all are gonna step into real people shit, then just leave it alone. But if you could see, man, I got some issues that I need to fix. I want to fix them for you. I want to fix them for myself. And she's saying that means both y'all intentions are pure. Then y'all can do some shit with it. But if it's something else, man, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, man. Word.
I think relationships can work on the rekindling tip. And, you know, circling back, I think things that end don't have to stay that way if they didn't end for a detrimental reason. We talked about timing. We talked about all these reasons. So if you're going to circle the block, just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. And if you do, you should have success.
Agree.
Sure.
That's it.
Yeah.
I could agree to that.
And if you're not going to get with them, at least hit it one time.
I always feel like you should get one more time.
Bro,
I agree.
I feel like after you end it with someone, I know this is off subject.
No,
I feel like, hey, I know we just talked to end it, but I think we should just fuck one more time. Like,
I
like
feel
a
like
goodbye.
That's when bad shit happens, man.
You think?
What do you mean?
That's like that last run when you know you should go home. That's when a nigga roll their ankle.
And you tear your Achilles.
Yeah.
You get a pregnant.
Really?
Damn. That was too personal.
That was tough.
Damn.
But then you get a pregnant and you like, fuck, now I'm stuck with this bitch. Yeah, busting her mouth. Easy solution.
But don't nobody want to do that.
That's a nice pivot, but
Shit me. Listen.
It's hard to pull out.
Let me tell you this right now. It is extremely hard to pull out. But in 2023, for years now, I am an exclusively nut in your mouth ass nigga. If I can't nut in your mouth, you're not it for me.
Oh, wow.
I'm never nutting in pussy again. Nigga, I never want that risk. They got to tell me I'm impotent, nigga, before I nut in pussy.
This is a wonderful way to end the show.
I'm
nutting in that mouth exclusively. If you got me to nut on the pussy, on the titties, or the face, you won.
He ain't even
outside
drinking.
That, I want it right in your motherfucking mouth.
He ain't even drinking right now. That's
like
what's
that.
concerning.
How you
Right
say
in your motherfucking mouth. You don't want it in your mouth? You're not for me.
Man.
And on that level, I am going to say thank you, Posh.
Get your protein.
For sure. Posh, we appreciate you.
You gave fantastic insight, man. We love your stories most of the time.
Facts.
That shit be
We got to get Posh back on some.
That shit sound like it's coming out of a Zane book every time.
I feel like we haven't done a
Man, it's not Zane. That's old school.
No,
we ain't done a sex and mimosas in a while, man.
You got to have Posh back for that too.
Yeah. We'll definitely.
I got a lot of
still
nice
have
little
the
sex
shirt.
topics too.
Oh, I know. You used to funk it,
I got a
man.
nice little couple sex topics we could get into too.
Oh yeah, we know you do. We know you do.
If you haven't
Don't
checked
do
out
that.
her podcast, Posh, you want to give them your information on the podcast?
Oh, it's the Posh Sessions podcast.
Yes, you can find that on basically everywhere.
Everywhere.
Right?
Apple, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud. Yeah, I think that's all of it.
Anything else you want to plug?
Yep.
The slingshot rentals. If anyone's interested in slingshots, I also have the slingshot still.
Local
Two
Orlando
automatic, yeah.
Local Orlando, y'all.
She's not shipping
Orlando.
shit, y'all. So
Y'all could drive it down to Miami, but it's in Orlando.
Yep.
That's what's up.
All right. And Brunch with Boyz, you can find us everywhere. We're on all podcast platforms. YouTube presence, huge. Catch us on TikTok as well. And we out, y'all.
Bye.
We love y'all. Hey, Merry Christmas, though.
for sure.
Yeah, coffee and brunch. We could have our conversations over coffee and brunch. Ha.